Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam. Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahavidyam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Just first read the text and then we go into the detailed study. Page number 101. Stula Sharirabhimani Jivanamakam Brahma Pratibimbam Bhavati Saeva Jivaha Prakritya Swasmate Ishwaram Bhinnatvena Janati Avidyopadhisan Atma Jiva Ityuchyate Mayopadhisan Ishwara Ityuchyate Evam Upadhi Bhedat Jiveshwara Bheda Drishtihi Yavat Padyantam Tishtati Tavat Padyantam Janma Maranadi Rupa Samsaro Nanivartate Tasmat Karanad Na Jiveshwarayo Bheda Buddhihi Svikarya. Shlokardhena pravakshyami yaduktam grandhakotibihi brahma satyam jagan mithya jivo brahmaiva napare. Acharya Shankara gives a synopsis of the entire Vedanta Shastra, the essence of the entire Vedanta Shastra in half a shloka. What is it? Brahma Satyam. There is one supreme reality, that is Brahma. Jagat Mithya. This world is Mithya. I hope that nowadays, at least now, you do not translate Mithya as not which is there. What appears to be there. Jagat Mithya means Jagat is something which appears to be there, not there. If you translate Mithya into absence, then you miss the entire point. This is what happening to many people who try to understand Vedanta. Mithya is not absence. What is the word for absence? Asat. Not Mithya. What is Mithya? Mithya is something which appears to be there. But when you start to inquire, it looks something else. Kuch dekhti hai, something is seen, but the moment you start to inquire, it is something else. We thought there was a snake, you start to do inquiry, it changed into a rope. So that anubhava of snake is mithya. Snake is not mithya, rope is not mithya. That anubhava of snake on a rope is mithya. This entire universe is mithya means what? It's not that this is absent. World is not absence. If you start to inquire about the nature of the truth of this world, you will see that it is not as we think. So we have discussed already this, Desha, Kala, Vishaya, Vastu. The moment we start to think about the space and time and the matter, that is not as it seems to be. No, we call this is a book. It's only a collection of pages. Each page is, some carbon material. Carbon is C6. C6 is, electron and proton and neutron. What is electron and proton and neutron, musitron and positron and all that? They are all expression of energy. So what is the book? It's an expression of energy. So, like that, if you start to see everything in this world, it looks like something. The moment you do the inquiry, it appears to be something else. This is known as mithya. Please clarify that one word. All other things are okay. Mithya is the most misunderstood word in Advaita Vedanta. Somehow the entire system, translate the word mithya, which is not there. That's the question comes. How can you say that the world is not there? What we say is, it appears to be there. The moment you start to inquire, it appears to be something else. There is bodha. Bodha is, the consciousness is appearing to be something else. Now we are coming to the most important topic. That topic which will save us, which will give us the kind of independency, swatandri. The word moksha somehow we use, but the real meaning of moksha in Vedanta is swatandri. Independency. We become really free. Free from the cycle of birth and death, free from all kinds of wrong tendencies, free from all kinds of dependencies, free from all kinds of bondage. Vedanta gives us the ultimate freedom. Now, what is this freedom? What are you telling about freedom? See, so we have already thought about the Jagat. So what Jagat is? Now comes the two most important aspects of, truth. So there are two things. One is matter, another is the soul, the consciousness. The consciousness appears in two ways in this universe, as Jiva and as Ishvara. Jagat and Pindanda and Brahmanda. The Sharira, the body and the universe. The body and the universe, both of them are inert. They are vastu, that is matter. The matter is as though there is some kind of a chaitanya, some kind of a consciousness is associated with the matter. When that consciousness is somehow associated with this vastu, this jada, panchabhudatmaka jada, this appears to be alive. So there is this body and there is something. We do not know what it is. We call it consciousness. We call it something. But we know that the difference between a dead body and a person, there is something different. So that we call as consciousness. Like that, this entire universe, you see the universe, you see there is a perfect order. Not like our life, it's very perfect. Everything is at its own place. Everything is happening in a very systematic way. The sun, the moon, the planets, everything is as though working like, when there is the general manager in the office. The manager is, or the boss is in the office, everybody comes and sit on their desk and do everything and even talk. If he is not there, it's a chaos. So when this universe is working so systematically, what is that beyond this? Bhishasmad vataf pavate bhishodedi suryaha bhishad agnischa indrascha mrityurdhavati panchamaha. The forces of universe, they're all working so meticulously because there is a boss above and behind them. We call that as Ishvara. Now, we think, all of us, this supreme consciousness, super consciousness, and this individual consciousness, they are different. That's how we think. What Vedanta is trying to tell us, the consciousness is not different. Consciousness cannot be different. The electricity which is passing through a 0-watt bulb and the electricity which is passing through a 1000-watt bulb, the electricity is same. Because of that filament, how much light it can give is different. Yes. What a 1000-watt bulb, the lightest 1000-watt bulb can give cannot be produced by a 0-watt bulb. Yes. But the electricity, that is not different. So the consciousness which is appearing through each of this body and the consciousness which is appearing through the entire universe, the consciousness is not different. Filament is different, but consciousness, electricity is not different. This is the meaning of Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. So, Acharya is, as I said, this is the first book, Vedanta's first book. So, in a very lucid manner, Bhagavan is just touching the subject and then moving on. There are books written only on this one topic. Big, voluminous works are there, only written for Jiveshwara Sambandha. But here, Bhagavan is just wanted to introduce this subject to us, so that slowly we'll be able to read more, contemplate more, and then we'll be able to recognize and experience this consciousness. That is the purpose. Now, let us just see the meaning of this paragraph and then we'll meditate upon it. Stula Sharirabhimani Jivanamakam Bhavati. Stula Sharirabhimani Jivanamakam Brahma Pratibimbam Bhavati. There is Bhavati. Bhu Sattayam Vachi. Bhu Bhavati means something exists. Asti. Kimasti Jivanamakam Asti. There is something named Jiva. Asti. What is this Jivanamaka? Brahma Pratibimbam. That is the Pratibimba of Brahman. That is the reflection of Brahman. So, Kaha Jivaha? Brahma Pratibimbam. Who is Jiva? Jiva is the reflection of Brahman. When you say reflection, so every day, morning, afternoon, evening, every class before we look at it, to the mirror. Nowadays, mirror is also lost, all is phone only. So we know when we look at it. See, in order to have a pratibimba, there should be a mirror. There should be something to reflect. Without a mirror, reflection is not possible. So if you say that Jiva is a reflection of Brahman, reflecting on what? Reflecting on, that said, Stula Sharirabhimani. This consciousness is reflecting on our body. This entire thing, not only Stula, Sukshma, Karana, all these Shariras are like the mirror which reflects the Brahma. So who are we? We are all that Brahma Pratibimba. We are the reflection of Supreme Consciousness on body. Brahma, so Stula Sharira Bhimani. Jiva Namakam Brahma Pratibimbam Asti. So there is something known as Jiva. What is the meaning of Jiva? We hear the word, no, Jeev. No, the etymological meaning of Jiva. Jiva comes from a dhatu Jeev, Jeevati, Jeev. Jeev nama Jeevati, asun dharayati iti Jiva. Who is this Jiva? Jiva is the one who upholds the asu prana. Who is Jiva? Jiva is the one who carrying forward, who is the substratum for Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira. Kaha Jiva hai? Jiva is the substratum, one who carries the Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira. It is not the other way. We think that, the body is there and then Jiva is something which comes and goes. No, Jiva is there. In the Jiva, body comes and goes. So, kaha Jiva hai? Jivati asun dharayati. That's a etymological meaning. Means, who is Jiva? Avastatraya sakshi Chaitanya. Who is Jiva? Jiva is the Chaitanya. One who is the witness for Avastatraya. What are the Avastatrayas? Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. So, Jiva is the Sakshi for the three Avastas. So, Jiva Namakam, its name is Jiva. Who is that? Brahma Pradibimbam, the reflection of consciousness. Asti. There is someone named Jiva, which is none other than the reflection of consciousness. Stula Sharira Bhimani Jiva Namakam Brahma Pradibimbam Bhavati Asti. So this Jiva is the one who is holding this Sharira. Jiva is the one who goes through the experiences of Janana Marana. Now, Janana Maranadi Anubhudi one Jiva. Jiva is the one who actually experiences, I am born, I am growing, I am getting old, I die. So the Asti Jayade Vardade Viprinavade Avakshayate Vinashyati, all these Anubhavas are for Jiva. So who is Jiva? Jiva is none other than Chaitanya reflected on Stula Sukshma Karana Sharira. So the Chaitanya somehow got attached with the three bodies, and that Chaitanya which is expressing through the three bodies is known as Jiva. Stula Sharira Bhimani Jiva Namakam Brahma Pradibimbam Bhavati. Okay, so what? Saeva Jivaha Prakritya Swasmat Ishwaram Bhinnatvena Janati. That Jiva alone feels that Prakritya. No need to teach anyone. No, you take a child and tell the child, oh my dear, do you know that you are different from God? No need to teach. Everybody knows. Prakritya, by nature. No, Prakritya, by nature, Swasmat Ishwaram Bhinnatvena Vijanati. Jiva always feel he is different from God naturally. Prakritya, by birth. So this identity, the individual consciousness always feel it is different from the total consciousness. Naturally, no need to teach. Well, hey, the moment we get, why? Because the moment we get identified with the three bodies, that avidya is part and parcel. They say, no, if you take three, one we will give free. Like that, the moment we get identified with three bodies, one thing is given free. What is that? Avidya. Naturally, we feel we are different from God. God is God. I am. Main to main hu, wo to wo hai. Now, what do you mean by this Atma, Jiva, and why you want to say this? He says, so what is Jiva and who is Ishvara? Avidyopadhisan Atma Jiva ityuchyate Mayopadhisan Ishvara ityuchyate. So what is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara? The difference is in Upadhi. So, the Upadhi is that which makes Jiva and Ishvara different. What do you mean by that? See, you see the light which is coming through a 0-watt bulb and from a 1000-watt bulb. The 0-watt bulb gives some light. Why? Because its filament is made up of in that way. And a 1000-watt bulb also gives light only. But when compared to that, the 0-watt bulb actually doesn't exist. Now, the electricity which is passing through both are the same. But the expression is different. What is the difference between a 0-watt bulb and a 1000-watt bulb? The upadhi, the filament. Electricity is not different. What is different is the upadhi, the filament. So what is the difference between us and Jiva and Ishvara? The difference is in upadhi, a new word. Upadhi. What do you mean by upadhi? There are two words here. Upa plus adi. Upa, samipe. Samipe sthitva sviyan gunan anyatra adhiyate iti upadhi. What is the meaning of upadhi? Upa nama samipe. Samipe sthitva sviyan gunan anyatra adhiyate iti upadhi. What do you mean by that? Upadhi is a thing which is due to its proximity, its nature is superimposed on something else. What do you mean by? Have you seen a spadiga? Spadigam? Spadiga? What is the color of spadiga? Actually, there is no color. But I'm talking about the transparent spadiga. Okay? The crystal clear, we say. Now, when you say crystal clear means what? Crystal is clear. So, suppose think about a crystal ball, crystal prism, whatever. If you just keep it, if you look at it, it's so transparent. There's no color in the crystal. But suppose, so there is a crystal, and if you keep a red cloth behind the crystal, from a distance, you will see that, you will feel that there is a red crystal sitting there. You remove the red cloth, keep a blue cloth. From distance, we'll feel that there is a blue crystal, black crystal, white crystal, yellow crystal. Actually, crystal has no color, but because of the cloth, the proximity of the cloth, what happens? The crystal appears to be in different colors. That cloth is known as upadhi. Upa samipe sthitva swiyan gunan anyatra adhiyate. It superimposes its guna in something else. The same way, what happens here? What is the difference between Jiva and Brahman? Both are Chaitanyam only. But there are two upadhis. The first one upadhi is Maya. Another upadhi is avidya. We already discussed about Maya and avidya. Maya, let us say Maya, Vidya and avidya. Okay? Then it becomes a little more easy to understand. Vidya, avidya, both are Maya. Okay? But technically, we use this word Maya in association with Ishvara as Vidya. Vidya means, what do you mean by Maya of Ishvara? Shuddha Sattva Pratika. That Maya associated with Ishvara is Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva, pure. Immaculate. That is Shuddham, Sattvam. Rajas and Tamas is not there. So pure. So that is known as Vidyas. Generally in Vedanta we use the word Maya. So Vidya and Avidya both are the powers of Maya. Okay, but we use, generally in Vedanta we use, instead of Vidya we use Maya. Instead of, and as related to Jiva we use Avidya. Actually Vidya, Avidya both are Maya only, but two powers. Avidya is Rajas and Tamas. Predominantly Rajas and Tamas is avidya. Predominantly Sattva is Vidya or Maya. So Vidya and avidya are the two upadhi. There are two upadhis, Vidya and avidya. And in the proximity of Vidya, when Chaitanya is there, then we call that as Ishvara. Ishvara. And in the proximity of avidya, when the Chaitanyam is there, we call it Jiva. So who is Ishvara? Ishvara is, that is the text is telling us, Ishvara is avidyopadhisan Atma Jiva ityuchyate. When the Atma, when Paramatma, when Parabrahma is in association with avidya. What is avidya? Rajastamo gunatmika. When the Atma is in association with Rajas and Tamas, then we call it as Jiva. See? Avidyopadhisan. When it is related to avidya, Atma, the consciousness, is called as Jiva. Avidyopadhisan Atma Jiva ityuchyate. And Mayopadhisan. When the Atma is with the Maya, Shuddha Sattva Pradhana, Vidya, Ishvara ityuchyate. So Ishvara and Jiva are the same in essence. As Chaitanyam, Jiva is also Chaitanya, Ishvara is also Chaitanya. But then what is the difference? As I was telling, the power of the Prime Minister and the power of me, you. We are also a citizen of India. He is also a citizen of India. But because of the power, we are different. As citizen, we are one. Like that, Jiva and Ishvara as Chaitanyam, both are one. But through which it manifests, known as Upadhi. Because of the power, Ishvara is Ishvara, I am me. Now, what we should do, as long as we have this feeling that I am a limited being, मैं तो एक पापी हूँ, no, I am a sinner, I am good for nothing fellow, क्या करूँ मैं, कैसा करूँ, वो बाप रे जो. As long as this feeling is there, so long we are going to be trapped in the world. As long as we think that we are insignificant thing and God is somebody who is sitting there and then ruling over everyone, as long as this difference is there, this, Bheda Buddhi is there, so long we will be trapped in the samsara. In Vedantic understanding, even if we go to Devada's Loka, there also there are differences. Ishvara is different, I am different. That's what I was telling, like first it's like we go Salokya and Sarupya. Even if we get Sarupya also, we look like Ishvara. But the moment Ahangara comes, we will be kicked out. Not only kicked out, we will fall deep down. As Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha and Ravana and Kumbhakarna, Shishupala and Dandavaktra, who are they? They were Jaya Vijayas, who are the most dear to Bhagavan. I mean, dear in the sense, they were so close to the Lord. They looked like Shankha Chakra Gada, everything. But the moment Ahankara comes, will be fallen. So that's why Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta is not promoting going into some world. It's okay if you want to go to the world, you are okay, but understand that that is not the ultimate, ultimate goal of us. The ultimate goal of us is understanding that the Chaitanya which is expressing as Ishvara alone is this Chaitanya. Yes, I will never become Ishvara. I cannot become like Sarvashaktiman, the creator and sustainer of this universe. Yes, but that Chaitanya which is there in Ishvara, the Chaitanya which is in me, all the difference is because of Upadhi. When this knowledge, this experience, knowledge we have now, but it has to be experienced. When that comes to us, we are free from the world. Then there is, because we understand ourselves different from Upadhi. The Upadhi, Maya, Avidya, has no more power over us. Then we become Jivan Mukta. Jivanneva Mukta. We experience the complete freedom. There is nothing in this universe who can destroy us, kill us. We become, even if somebody kill our body, it doesn't matter to us because I am not this. One day, there was a great Mahatma in South, known as Sadashiva Brahmendra. He has composed such beautiful songs. Sadashiva Brahmendra. So he was a Jivan Mukta. He entered into a kind of, he was living in this world, but he was always in kind of samadhi. So he will roam around here and there, and no clothes, etc. can stay in that body because he is not aware of his sharira, don't want to talk about his clothes. So he will walking around sometimes nude also. So one day he was walking, and then there was a garden. In the garden, the Muslim ruler of that day, the Nawab, was seated, and along with the Nawab, all his many wives are also there. And Sadashiva Brahmendra was, not even aware of his body, what to talk about others. He was walking through that road naked, and you know that in Islam, this nakedness is a very crime, it's a haram. It's a very... and this lady saw that, and the Nawab became very angry. He came out and took his sword and cut his hand. The hand of Sadashiva Brahmendra, and the hand was fallen, and this Sadashiva, he was singing some song. As singing, he started to walk ahead. The hand was there, he was just walking. Then that was struck to the Nawab that this is not an ordinary being. So he took this hand and ran after him and said, "Oh sir, your hand." So he looked, "Yeah, ye mera hai." "Yes." "So you keep it back." So he put it there, became one with him. So they become, we can't even understand their state, but this is possible. This is possible for each one of us. That is our true nature. Nandati, nandati, nandateva. Wherever we are, whatever we do, whatever may be the condition of body, whatever be the condition of mind, whatever be the condition of anything, whether we are rich or poor or whatever may, we can be free. We can be complete. That state of completeness, that state of pure awareness is known as Jivan Mukti. That is the purpose of life in Vedanta. Not going somewhere, getting something. That is the purpose. Now, so, page number 100. Mayopadisyan Ishvara ityuchyate. Evam upadhi bhedat jiva ishvara bheda drishtihi yavat padyantam tishtati tavat padyantam janma maranadi rupa samsara na nivartate. Jab tak this difference is there, we feel that we are a, chota, chotu, kuch, worm, and there is a God who is ruling over everything. He is different, I am different, I am this, I am that. Kya kadu me? As long as that is there, so long we will be in the same chakra of Janana Marana. As long as Jiveshwara Bheda Buddhi, I am a Jiva and Ishvara is somebody different from me, as long as that bhava is there, so long Janana Marana Chakra will continue. Now, so kya karna chahiye? Tasmad karanat Jiveshwarayoho Bheda Buddhihi na svikadya. That na should come there, okay? So what we should do, we should not, accept the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. What are you telling? How can there be Jiveshwarayoho Bheda Buddhi na svikadya? Whether you accept or not, the Jiveshwara Bheda is there. Yes. What we want to say is, understand that the essence of Ishvara and essence of me is same. I am not a Jiva who is destined to be always, go through this rope of Janana Marana. I am actually the true nature of God. Mera yadhartha swarup, the true nature of me and Ishvara's yadhartha swarupa is one. Yes, because of the role, we may be, acting differently, but in essence, me and the Ishvara is one. In essence, not in power. As a human being, the Prime Minister of India and I am one. That is okay, that much okay, but not in power is different. So when we recognize ourselves as different from the three Sharira, Stula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira, and recognize ourselves as Chaitanyam, the pure consciousness, That is the only way to come out of the cycle of Janana. That is the ultimate purpose of human life. वो करना चाहिए हमको. बाकी सब कुछ भी करे, कुछ ना करे. We may do something, we may not do something. Understand that we are going to be again and again and again going to be caught up in this cycle of samsara. What is the purpose? We have to come out of it. Kaise? How is it possible that we come out of this avidya, this kind of, Brahma? How can we come out of this? Says, first you have to prepare yourself. If you really want to be free, you can, because that is your true nature. As the Bal Gangadhar Tilak says, freedom is it's not that something you can give me. That is my right. Freedom is our right, not only for political freedom. The freedom from this entire samsara is our right. But for that, we have to work. First, as we said till now, there should be different kind, like what you call that? We said there are two kinds of sadhana, bahiranga sadhana. We do some japa, do some puja, do some good karmas, service, seva. We do all that and slowly make our mind pure and concentrated. Then what we should do? We should do Guru Upasadhana, go to the teacher, take his feet, bow down to his feet and take that feet as only our soul. And then study from him. Not only study, contemplate as he advises. We develop, Viveka, Vairagya, Samadhi, Satka, Sambhati, Mukshutva, and then we listen. Shravana we do, Manana we do, Nididhyasana we do. And through this process, we should come out of this wrong notion that we are some jiva. When that happens, that's it, the end of the play. That is the only end of the play. Otherwise, again, we will be going through the same Nataka, thousands and lakhs and crores of time. Vedanta is promising that. Vedanta is not promising you any kind of, going to some heavens or some siddhi. So when you go back home, they ask you, "Kya mila aapko?" They expect that you will get something. Nothing is going to happen. That is not at all that is not what Vedanta is trying to teach us. Vedanta is trying to teach us to be free. Free from the samsara. Now people get frightened by this word, freedom from samsara. They think that, if I become free from samsara, then I will not have a family. What I will do with my children, my husband and wife. And please understand that is only part of our role. Okay, that is only role in our drama. Drama is going on. But now what happened is, we think that we are that character. We got identified with the character. And then we suffer. Vedanta helps us. That is not you. That is not you. You are different from the character. You are that Sachidananda Brahma. So, Tasmat karanat na jiveshwarayoho buddhihi svikarya. We should come out of this illusion of difference, that we are different and Ishvara is different and the world is different, this is different, that is different. We have to come out of that. Oh, how can we come out like that? See, what are you telling? Who is Ishvara and who am I? Ishvara is so powerful and I am so foolish. Now, page number 104 puts forth our thoughts. What foolishness you are talking about? Nanu Page number 104. Nanu sahankarasya kinjitnyasya jivasya nirahankarasya sarvajnasya ishwarasya tattvamasi iti mahavakyat katham abheda buddhi syad ubhayoho viruddha dharma krandatvad. In Vedanta Shastra, whenever you hear this word nanu, understand that there's a purva paksha, a doubt. Nanu sahankarasya kinjitnyasya jivasya nirahankarasya sarvajnasya ishwarasya tattvamasi mahavakyat katham abheda buddhi syad ubhayoho viruddha dharma krandatvad. The doubt of all of us. क्या कर रहे हैं आप? ईश्वर और जीव एक ही है क्या है? Have some common sense. How can you say this? Says, who is jiva? Sa ahankara. Oh, filled with ahankara. कुछ भी नहीं है. फिर भी so much of ego is there. It's like the frog. See, the frog in the rainy season, etc., frogs comes out of its pond and then it feels that very powerful. And it goes into the road. And then he see that a big truck is coming with so much of light. But the frog sees that, oh, I am stronger than that. And it goes in front of the truck and stands like this. And ting, gone. That much is our ahangara. Nothing is there actually. Bhir bhi kitna. Oh my God. Sahankarasya. Who is the jiva? Ahankari. What is there? Only ahankara. Ego is there. But how is his nature? Kinjitnyasya. You take the person who is the most intellectual person in the world. IQ is 150, 500, suppose. Nobody is like that. But suppose there is a person. His IQ is so high but even that person, how much he knows? Now, there are people like our former Prime Minister, Narasimha Rao. Once he went to the French Parliament and gave a speech in French, and the French MPs has to take a dictionary to see what is the meaning of the words. Such polyglots. They can speak in different language. How many languages? 15? 20? 25? But there are hundreds and thousands of languages. So even if you know 25 languages, 30 languages is nothing. The greatest intellectual person also, if you compare his knowledge to the total knowledge, it is only a small fraction. Not to talk about our knowledge. What is taught in morning itself is not remembered now. So, kinjitnyasya, kuch bhi nahi jante hain. Parantu, we have so much of ahankara. So, sahankarasya kinjitnyasya jivasya. This jiva who is filled with so much of ahankara, so one who knows actually little bit. How are we? We are kinjitnyaha. Kinjitnyaha only knows this much. And our power is kinjit shaktiman. No, we are alpajnaha, alpa shaktiman. Our knowledge is also alpam. Our strength is also alpam. The strongest man, maybe But he also fails in our rope, that thing also. See, he's the most strongest one, but when everybody is pulling against him, he also fails. So how much strength a man can have? Only little bit. When you compare to the strength of the universe, the strongest man also, his Shakti is also Alpa Shaktiman. Kinjit Shaktiman, Kinjit Nyaha, Kinjit Shaktiman. And how much do we, how much is our Vyapanam? Alpa Vyapi. Only this much. And also we are dasa, we are slaves. Slaves of our own character. We are slaves of our maya. One day, every day you drink tea, and then one day if tea is not served, the most powerful person also is gone. We are maya dasaha. We are slaves to maya. We are slaves to the nature. That is our. And who is Ishvara? We are Kinjitnya, and Ishvara is Sarvatnya. We are Alpa Shaktiman. Bhagavan is Sarva Shaktiman. We are Kinjit Vyapi. Ishvara is Sarva Vyapi. We are Maya Dasa. Bhagavan is Mayavi, Mayapati. How can you say that this Jiva and Ishvara is same? What foolishness! Nanu sahankarasya kinjitnyasya jivasya nirahankarasya sarvatnyasya ishvarasya Tattvabodha mahavakyat kadham abheda buddhi. How are you telling that this Jiva and Ishvara is abheda with the words, with the statements like Tattvabodha Vakya? Kadham! How is it possible? Why? What is the problem? Ubhayoho viruddha dharma krantatvat. Because their dharma is viruddha. They are of contradictory characteristics. One is Alpajna, one is Sarvajna. One is Maya Dasa, one is Mayavi. One is Alpajna, Alpashaktiman, he is Sarvajna, Sarvajna. How can you even compare with Ishvara and Jiva? And then you want to say the Tattvamasi. What is this? Foolishness. When he said, my dear son, please go back to your room and then think about it. What? What to think? Tattvamasi Vakya. But you did not say Tattvamasi. You asked a very valuable question. Let me think. Okay, we'll see tomorrow. The Tattvamasi Vakya Prakaranam. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.